Hi, welcome to the DigiMasters channel for all your Digimon content. This is Jimmy, and in this video I'll go over my first round in the European Regionals playing against a Diaboromon deck. I play with my D-Brigade deck, so we have the two hyped black decks from BT5 battling it out. It was a very fun match and a very fine opponent, so have fun watching this. Please note that these matches are edited after recording, so thinking time, judge calls and other non-interesting stuff has been cut for your enjoyment. So my opponent gets a start and flips over at Sumamon, digivolves to Keramon, and digivolves into a Charizardimon, giving me 2, which I don't want to start with. Always happy getting 2 memory. I can digivolve into Commandermon, and yeah, with 2 I can play the cheap Commandermon. And I just want to avoid giving 3 memory, so we can go level 5 and Diaboromon in 1 turn. So I'll just give him 2 with a blocker, always nice. Yeah, I think my opponents don't want to raise yet. He wants to raise when he can get Diaboromon, and yeah, just place the Keramon to find Diaboromon or other useful Digimon, because he can find unidentified and Arata. And he'll take level 5, so I know he can go level 5 next turn. Again, I want to avoid giving him at least 3 memory raise, and yeah, we always swing with the Commandermon here. We want him to die, we want to find another Commandermon, so can swing and die, and he dies, always good. But we whiff on the Commandermon, which is a pity, but yeah, we can evolve or play a cheap Commandermon. We digivolve, giving him 2 memory, which is fine. As said, we want to avoid giving him 3 memory. Yeah, just goes into Informer as expected. Now we actually want to avoid giving him 2 memory, because the Informer reduces the digivolve cost of a Diaboromon. If we give him 2, then he can digivolve into Diaboromon. So yeah, perfect. The 2 costs Commandermon at the right time. My opponent plays the Takumi, so it seems hard for my deck, but actually I'll like it here, so now I can control how much memory my opponent gets just by swinging. So here we see a swing, lose a memory, which is fine. He dies, which is fine as well. So first Commandermon effect. We can choose, take the big guy here, we don't need a blocker yet. Then Tangermon effect, that's Swift, it's a pity, but 1 and 2 is okay. And now we can swing with the baby Commandermon, the little one, and put my opponent at 1, and we're happy. And now we get a blocker, and that's perfect. So even if he swings, we can block it. Opponent didn't raise yet. Still has found the Diaboromon. Just going to the Shademon, which isn't that hard for me. I can just have a 5k Commandermon, so I can swing into it. Doesn't matter that much. Let's see, do we have another Commandermon? I don't think so. No, just swing, lose the memory. Blocks it with trades. The Tangermon effect, so it's a good trade for me. And we found the Commandermon, which is very nice. And now we either digivolve or swing with the other Commandermon. Digivolve 1, that's perfect. As said, don't want to give my opponent 2 memory. Did you find the Diaboromon? He races, so he should have a Diaboromon. He only has 2 security left, so I think it's already a bit too late to raise. Here, if he digivolves, get just only 2 because the Pheromon, and he gets a token, and the Charizardimon gives him a memory if he plays a Digimon with the same name. So he goes back to 0, still his turn. Get to draw a card from the Caramon. He can suspend the Takumi to draw another card. She shouldn't be suspended. I think he'll do that. Or maybe he forgets. Oh, he'll do it later, yeah. Swing to Commandermon. Always nice to have some D-Brigade in my discard for the Diaboromon later. And the Ultimate Flare. Probably an Attangramon. I want to remove that one. And there's only a 2 cost Commandermon in the lead. And I have 4 cost another Dr. Endermon, so no use to digivolve it. So the Ultimate Flare digivolves 3 and then deletes everything with play cost 3 or less, which is the boat Commandermon deletes, and the other one is deleted as well. And we get to check for Commandermon, which we find. And yeah, the boss Commandermon, always a nice one to have. So it gives me 8 memory, and looking at my board, I can actually already win this turn. Just win with both the Digimon on the field, and yeah, just flash the Digivolve in my hand. So yeah, swing. It dies, get to check. And we get another Commandermon blocker, perfect. So even if we trigger an Ultimate Flare or something, the blocker is still alive. So we pay 2 to attack with the Dark Tyrannomon. And that was we have got the effect, the Shademan should be on the field. We both didn't notice here. I don't think it would have mattered at the end of the game. It would have made it survive this turn. But yeah, I think my advantage, my speed was too hard to overcome. So game 2, my opponent chooses to start again. And flips again at Tsumamon, going to the Caramon. So yeah, pretty standard Diaboromon stuff. And yeah, they only have 2 Digivolve costs for the level 4, so we always get to start with 2 memory at least. It's nice. We find the boss Commandermon again, perfect starter. And another one in the field, putting him at 1. This is like the perfect turn 1 for D-Brigade. So next turn I can swing with them both die. But I'm at 1 again, which is fine. Because yeah, we're just going to swing and hope they find other Commandermon. So I can digivolve into blocker for 2 and put my opponent to 1 as well. So yeah, dies. Away from the Commandermon, always a pity. Don't want to see that. Oh yeah, now it's a bit risky, but I think we have to attack. Just Caramon dies, and we find a Commandermon. Oh, we find 3 Commandermon. Pity we can only choose 1 to play. Yeah, the blocker is always nice to have. I chose the blocker here so we can get it in the trash because of an Omnimon's Ward later. So we can put this back on top, and at the end game you want to have a lot of blockers to prevent your opponent winning the game. So that's why I chose the blocker over the big one. And my opponent put me at 2, so it's really good. So I can even digivolve into a Tangdramon or Andromon at 3 cost and putting my opponent to 1. And my opponent finds Arata and gets to choose. I think he probably needs Infernal. Shademan would be nice to prevent my small attackers, but he needs the Infernal, the level 5, to go into the Diaboromon stack in the back, the racing area. Yeah, do I have another Commanderman on my hand? Probably, because yeah, playing 16 rookies, so you don't have a rookie drought with this deck. Difficult choices do which one, but yeah, the boss one is always the best. Here I had some internet issues, so yeah, we skipped for a bit. It will happen again later in this video. I just digivolved in the Endermon 3 cost to put my opponent to 1. My opponent already raised, or yeah, I think I should wait. I don't have many deletion spells, but not necessary. Then you don't have to get out of raising soon. Either way, it's fine. So yeah, here's another internet issue. My opponent added another turn. My Commandermon died in whiffed, and I played a tie. So then my opponent now erased and digivolved into Infermon. It's going to give him 4 memory with the Arata, and it digivolves. We puts me to 2, but I place Diaboromon. Can suspend the Arata to play another Diaboromon, and here you see the crazy combo Diaboromon can do. Now he gains 2 memory because he played 2 Diaboromon. He gets to draw 2 cards with the Caramon because they had 1.0 cards. They didn't specify once a turn. You can go crazy if you have a lot of Aratas. Sometimes you get to draw 4 or 5 cards, get 4 or 5 memory while playing, and still this turn. So you can swing with the Diaboromon. And now I just have to hope it dies. I don't want to block it yet. Security, it's a Commandermon, perfect. I think that's 4 D-Brigade in trash. So we're almost there. Then Digivolve 2, it gives me the 5 D-Brigade in trash. And he gets to play another token. So he gains another memory, putting me to 3. And now this doesn't look very good for me. I have 1 small Commandermon on the field, and he has 6 bodies on the field, and I only have 4 security left. So yeah. But instead, we always want to try to finish our matches, see if something crazy can happen in security. And yeah, digivolve into another blocker, and I play the ultimate flare myself. Digivolve the Diaboromon. There's a little play cost 3 underneath, so the Caramon is deleted. And now my opponent only has 4 attackers to my 1 blocker and 4 security, so shouldn't be able to win the game. I had to give him 6 memory. Yeah, I should have gone to 7 the Arata. We forgot that this turn. Will it made a difference? I don't think so. Yes, enough to do everything. Yeah, going to Inferno for 3, the Diaboromon for 3 or 2. Yeah, Diaboromon. Yeah, now we could have suspended the Arata, because when you digivolve into the Diaboromon, you get to suspend Arata to create a token. And if I got that one, and this made him lose the game. So now he has to swing. Yeah, don't block it because I want to block the smaller ones. And this is the Diaboromon from 1.0, so when he attacks, he gets to play a token and get to draw a card from the Caramon. And it's 11k, so now he has to choose. Do we want to sacrifice a Diaboromon token to save the big one? Special effect of him. Yeah, it doesn't matter here. I think you wanted the lives because you're not winning this turn, because if I got to spend Arata, you should sacrifice 1. Yeah. Now we can swing with the other ones, but I wouldn't do it until you can actually win the game, because now I have a blocker and can be deleted by the big boy. Also, you should have attacked with tokens first to provoke the blocker. You could kill that with Diaboromon. Yeah, block that one, why not? Can die. Tokens removed. It's a swart defeat, comes into play. We don't do a battle, but yeah, token will come back. Just explaining to him, because Sword defeats a new card, doesn't do a battle but comes into play from security. And this actually gives me the win. So lucky one for me, checking the Animal's War defeat. There's a Gardermon. Removing another token. Now his field is much better. Only 2 Digimon instead of the 4 or 5 he had last turn. And I start at least at 3, so yeah, Armageddon to prevent my Omnimon effects. You can play the Armageddon by sacrificing a Diaboromon token or Diaboromon itself. Then it's a 3 cost only, which is very nice. And it prevents all level 7s, which is nice for all the Omnimon effects. This one dies. Then I switching with the sword defeat first. Want to save your blocker out, and then the blocker finishes the game. So actually my opponent should have had this game. If he had suspend the Arata last turn, he had an extra Diaboromon token, and he could have won the game. But he forgot to do that. It was his first time with the deck. Only had the cards, yeah, from the Friday before, because it was from the UK, the late release. So yeah, it's normal that you have some misplays on the first time with a new deck. Congrats to my opponent, very well played. And we start this tournament with a win. I would like to thank everyone for watching this video. Later rounds of the regionals will be uploaded later this week on this channel, so make sure to subscribe if you're interested in seeing them. And I would also like to thank our sponsor, TCG Shop, for providing us the boxes and singles needed to participate in these tournaments. Be sure to check them out in the link in the description if you are interested in cheap Digimon boxes or singles. And I would love to see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!